This episode is sponsored by The Spot, Vape Shop and Grind Cafe. The Spot is El Paso's first vape cafe. Visit The Spot for a great experience and chill vibe, serving cafe sandwiches, coffee, and more. The Spot also carries premium e-juices and a wide variety of vape products. You're invited to rent out the latest in e-hookahs, enjoy the free Wi-Fi, and drink some cold ones because The Spot is BYOB friendly. Also check out great live entertainment on Fridays and Saturdays. The Spot is located next door to Famous Barbershop at 4109 Dyer, Suite B in El Paso, Texas. Please follow The Spot on Instagram and Facebook at The Spot Vape Cafe. What up, y'all? On this episode, I got the homies Stan Z and Chris DeLucio, a.k.a. Idea1. All right. Quick backstory. I was supposed to have these gentlemen on the show a couple years ago. They are some really dope recording artists. On that day, that's one of the few times that my system and my computer, basically my laptop, and the program that I used to record kept freezing up on me, so we didn't get it done. But fast forward 2 years later, a couple years later, I got the new and improved setup. We got it done. We talk about everything, but the main thing we talked about, and the main thing we definitely want to get out there, is Stan Z's new album. It's called Naturally. I got a sneak peek. It's not out yet. Should be dropping later this month, December 2019. Okay, I got a sneak peek. Amazing songs. Again, a little different, and it was great. I was going off in the studio. I posted a little video of us listening to it over at Star City Studios. Again, that's where we recorded. Really dope studio on West Side El Paso. So that's the main thing we talked about. But of course, anytime we have recording artists, especially people that rap and like hip hop and hip hop type artists, we also have some cappellas at the end. So that's really dope. They even share some really funny street fight stories. They're funny, but not so funny because it's serious shit. But there's some funny twists to the stories there. All right. So once again, big shout out to Stan Z and Chris. Shouts to the listeners. Remember to keep sharing, keep spreading the word. All right. I hope you enjoy the show. Sweet Jesus Radio. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Sweet Jesus Radio. My guests tonight, two super talented young men. One of them has an album coming up. He's got albums out before. You've seen these guys perform multiple times. The other gentleman has worked very closely. They're in the same group. Again, super talented with the music, the bars. I want to welcome to the show Stan Z and Chris DeLucio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's poppin', man? What's poppin'?
Chris DeLucio, a.k.a.
Idea1.
Idea1.
That's right.
The stage name.
Thank you.
Chris De Sucio, as I
De
like to call
Sucio.
him.
That's for the ladies. Mm-hmm. Only.
Yeah. All right, hell yeah, man. So real quick, listeners, I just want to say, first and foremost, happy birthday to my boy. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Chris is talking right now.
Mm-hmm. It's my birthday. I turned
21 again?
I turned 21 again. I went back in time again.
I knew you before you were 21, huh?
Yeah,
you were like 19 or something.
I think, 19.
Yeah, you turned 20 that year, right?
Yes. I still had X's on my hand.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So now I'm 23.
You're a November baby also, right?
I am.
Yeah.
So, November 9.
Happy birthday to both of you guys.
Thank you, bro.
Hell
yeah.
Thank you.
And to the listeners, real quick, I want to thank you guys. Keep spreading the word. Happy holidays, because I'm not sure when I'm going to record again. I might be doing another one or not. So just taking this opportunity to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever holiday, Happy Kwanzaa, all that good stuff, Hanukkah.
Spaghetti Monster Day.
Got to keep it politically correct.
Hell yeah.
Whatever the Martians celebrate, got to be all inclusive.
Them too.
Yeah, bro.
All right, man. So real quick, I want to talk about, just for the listeners to know the backstory. We were supposed to do this a while back, right? It's already been a couple of years, bro.
This has been like 2 years.
It's been a couple of years. And that was around the time that my software, some of my equipment started to crap out a little bit. We all got together. Didn't happen because it started crap. It was working fine the night before. started crapping out right on the spot.
That shit was
Yeah.
hilarious.
And this is when you were dropping your first album, right?
Yeah, I
That
think
official
so.
First album?
Yeah, it
Nice.
was. I remember we had a pretty good discussion. Regardless, though, it was dope.
Yeah,
like,
we talked in the Z album.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah. So it's been a minute since then. Yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't happen, but we're making it happen now because we got a lot of great things coming here down the pipe, which is dope. But that's the backstory, listeners. So first, as I always like to do, let's start with just tell us a little bit about your background, man. Let's get the listeners, the few that may not know you, let's let them get to know you a little bit. Let us know about your background a little bit. And,
Hell yeah.
And anything that comes with it.
Cool, man. All right. Well, I go by the name of Stan Z, and I just fucking I just started making music ever since I was like probably like around 10. I started playing cello and like just in school and stuff like that. My orchestra teacher was pretty hot, so that was dope.
That's always good.
Hell yeah.
Good motivation.
Yeah, so I went to middle school and like, my band teacher was not that hot, but I was still messing with the music, so I stuck with it.
You already caught the bug at that point, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, I just started playing drums, I picked up a guitar, started just writing shit, just for fun. And then that's also when I met Idea in middle school.
Middle school, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's when we started actually when we met, we didn't really like each other.
True.
I still don't like this motherfucker.
Straight, bro.
I used him to get to you, bro.
Yeah, so we were just I don't know, we didn't like each other until we actually started talking. We were forced to be in a class together. So then we sat next to each other and we were just oh, okay, this fool's not that bad.
Yeah.
He's kind of funny. Sometimes.
This shit is cool.
It's weird, man.
Fuck, still
And they've been
weird,
having
bro.
sleepovers every Saturday ever since.
Cookies on Sundays.
Straight, bro. Yeah, so then after that, we would just make music together, and then after that, it was just...
So you were doing the instruments, of course, because of school and whatnot. You had the hot one, not so hot one.
Yeah.
Playing the skin cello.
Skin flute.
When did the rapping and the more the vocal side of it come into play, man?
I'd say probably in high school we were still messing with each other, music.
Some cypher
Yeah,
shit.
we started freestyling, man.
That's just
After
fun,
that,
This shit's dope.
yeah, after that we started making beats. So then freestyling, then the beats, then we would just go to parties, bro. We'd go to parties and just freestyle, and we'd just be those dudes that were okay, yeah, those dudes are the ones freestyling and shit.
The ones in the corner that were just oh, these motherfuckers.
These guys can spit. They're taking my girl.
They're taking my girl.
Fuck.
I'm gonna see you in math class. Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah, man. All right. So tell us about, because of course it's not just you two. I know you have a whole group, right? A band. I don't know I don't know too much of the history on that.
Right.
But tell us the origin story.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if any members have changed.
Yeah,
over the years or not.
Stan
But
Z.
tell us the whole story, man. And
For
just
sure.
I didn't coach you up, prior, but I'll say it now. There's no such thing as too long of an answer or anything like that.
Okay.
Because people say, long story short, I go, no, I want the long version.
Yeah,
this is a
all
fucking
right.
talk show. You know what I'm saying? So
you're
give us
right.
all the details, man.
Dirty details.
The
and
juicy
shit.
ones.
Yeah, don't feel like you're rambling at any point.
Okay. Got you, bro. All right, well, I mean, it probably started around the same time, was back in high school. I was I actually played drums in a band. So then I knew a couple musicians that my brother had played with for a while. So then we started playing my songs, which weren't really rap songs at first. It was more
kind of songs?
guitar,
Okay.
more rock. So that's probably more more my origin is rock type stuff. But so I knew all these musicians already from prior, when I was
Is that your
just
first
playing.
love, the rock?
Yeah, I'd have to say that'd be my first love. So it kind of incorporates in my music now, for
Alright.
sure.
Yeah, I can tell.
Hey.
By far easier.
Hell yeah. So my boy Robert, he was on drums. So I was like, dude, you want to play drums for some hip hop shit? It's not rock. It's a little bit different. He's like, damn, bro.
You want to play some drums for some ignorant shit? No.
Some
You trying to go dumb?
He goes
Trying to get-
stupid.
Hey, but that's still drums are drums. I mean, that's a big part of hip hop and rap. You know, that's the foundation of the beat. In my eyes.
That dude's talented. Like, so hitting him up was like essential.
It's probably a lot easier for these motherfuckers too, because it's the drums for like rock, and depending on what genre, it's a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
Hip hop can be a little bit easier, but you can, live you can experiment and fuck around.
Yeah, definitely. It's like it definitely brings that rock element into hip hop.
Yep.
For sure. So I knew Robert. I knew some other guitarists that I had been messing around with. So I just kind of brought him along this project I was doing, and it ended up being dope. Like, someone had told me, like, hey, you should try your shit with the band. Yeah, and I was like, all right, we'll try it out. And I remember that one show. It was Kilo and the Dude's release party.
Oh,
we
yeah.
did the cover of like Kendrick cover.
Oh yeah, we did this thing where we would do a cover of Backseat Freestyle from Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. We would kill, bro. Everyone in the crowd would be like,
just like that.
That one.
I need to have my cover heard though, because I've seen you guys perform, but I'm usually 98% of the time, 110% of the time, I'm inebriated. Crazy. For the listeners, if you haven't seen a Stan Z show, it's an amazing show. Because these guys go off with the stage presence, and then you got the band aspect. Which is sick. But continue, brother. I'm sorry.
Hey, no problem. Shit, I forgot what I was saying.
The drummer.
Yeah, my boy Robert kills, man. So we just been doing music together for a while. So it just kind of linked up. It just worked out.
Yeah.
So after that, we just kept it. We just kept the band. Like, it stuck for a while, and like, I would always do shows where I would just do it by myself and like a DJ too, because that's kind of how it was with us. Like, depending on like if they're paying us, like what they're paying us, we might pull out the whole band, or we might just. You
know what's weird, man? Not to interrupt you. This is just me. I mean, this is in every city, but I've noticed for whatever reason. Well, I understand part of it, but if you have a band, it's like implied that you're gonna get paid something. Mm-hmm. If it's just rapping, it's like you're doing it for exposure. You're not gonna get paid shit. If it's just you and a DJ, or just you and some MP3s.
Yeah, it's kind of easier to dismiss the rapper, right?
It's easier, but I understand, like, it takes some work to set up the equipment, drums and whatnot. I get it, tearing down and all that. Yeah, but it's still like
that's like a misconception.
So rappers, if you want to get paid, get a band.
Yeah, get someone on drums.
Yeah, just get a drummer. You even got the digital drums down. Those are pretty dope.
Oh, that shit's like future. Yeah, that shit's cool.
I'm just saying but it's psychological. Mm-hmm. Like, their bars, venues are more inclined to pay if you have a quote unquote band. It could be even a small, just really
either you have a band or you got like a crazy
but you know what
following.
It is? I think part of it is it's somewhat, not to branch out too much.
Yeah, sure.
It's somewhat hate on hip hop shit in a way, like, fuck this fucking rap shit.
I can see
a little bit.
I can see
bands, because it's more like the rock. Yeah, it's been around longer.
I think they think like if you're not bringing that much shit, then like, okay, we don't have to pay.
That's part of it. But if you're bringing a crowd. I know some motherfuckers that bring crowds. And
that's
still
what
don't
it's.
get paid.
That's what. Oh yeah. See, that's
rappers.
That's some shit. That's some shit right there.
And a band that
don't fly.
I've managed bands that were barely coming up, and we weren't bringing people, but because they had a band, they paid automatically.
Yeah,
they weren't bringing anybody.
Right.
I think nowadays,
I guess because of the work of bringing the instruments and plugging in and setting up. I don't know.
It depends on your following a lot.
Yeah,
nowadays.
It's changed. It's evolved a little bit, but
it's still not where it's got to be yet. But we're getting there. Probably.
But either way, as an artist, you do make sure you don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
But I also don't like when some people say, "Yeah, you're an artist. Make sure you get paid." I'm like, that's not, that message isn't delivered properly, because that message is for somebody who has skill, somebody who is dope.
Yeah.
People that aren't dope are hearing that and they're trying to charge. I'm like, no, that wasn't for you. Like, you still have to fucking earn your stripes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If you're dope and if you have a following and you're bringing people, you can demand a payment.
I think that definitely raises like a pretty good point, because when we first started, doing our thing, I mean, that we weren't getting paid. You know what I mean?
It's always like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's true. I think there is artists have to earn their stripes in a way. You know what I mean? It's at least in our city here in El Paso, having to earn your stripes. That meant we had to really get down with the community a lot, which meant that we had to do we were doing some open mics. You know what I mean? And pizza joint, like bro, like we were just popping
Shows,
up, we we're
all
just
kinds of
doing
shows.
everything, man. Because
Well, you do have to put in that work because it's kind of like you do have to do free shit regard. Like
right.
That's what I like. This I don't want to say this generation makes me sound like that angry old man and shit, but
yeah,
because you guys are young as fuck, and you're not like that. But there's like a sense of entitlement.
Yeah, that's
like,
what it is.
Real motherfuckers know you actually have to do some free shit. It's like doing an internship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you're doing an internship, there's a payout at the end. Like you're getting this experience.
Your shit is like investing.
Paid later.
You know
You're investing time into this to get paid later.
Right.
Now, at some point, set your goals properly and make sure you start charging at some point. But motherfuckers are like they hear these they're rap heroes or even
right.
No matter
and
the genre,
they just came
like,
out.
no,
you know what I mean? They just came out of the studio.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Trust me, man. You guys don't know the era of our era, like me and your dad's era,
for sure.
Which is for the listeners, Idea is his dad's homie of mine. It's like that era is like I used to manage artists,
right?
And they're expecting payment and blah blah blah. I was like, nah, man, you. Right now, it's all about investing time and effort and getting the name out.
Especially because I think like in this, from jumping into the scene and shit, like seeing kind of how bands move, like sometimes bands don't even like make it like past like a 3-month mark, 6-month mark. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the consistency because after going past the groundwork there, doing your free shows and shit, whatever, like now you've kind of built a little bit of like a following. You know what I mean? People that could recognize the name that you've built for yourself and shit because of the investments. Yeah. And so it's definitely not. You can't feel entitled now because I feel like people's brain spans like aren't. They're not focusing until you're like repeatedly in their face. You know what I mean?
I feel like you also gotta invest in yourself too. Like say you gotta say if you're trying to throw like a show and like actually get paid, you gotta put in some money to buy out that venue and then bring the people in. So you gotta throw some shit down before you're ready to get it back.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Even taking it to the studio, you know what I mean?
This topic alone can go on forever.
Oh,
hell yeah!
So we're gonna keep it moving, but
for sure.
Straight up, like I can talk about this shit.
Yeah, dude.
Because I've lived it.
Yeah, dude, it's real.
It's certain artists, but you guys have a good attitude about it. So follow this lead if you're listening, and if you're an artist, Stan Z and Chris here, and just the band in general. But is there anybody that we're missing as far as the part of the origin story? We got the drummer.
I'd say my bro.
Dami.
My bro has always been playing with me. He plays bass.
He
plays bass. Like there's just
That's
been
your actual brother.
Yeah, it's actually my blood
Older?
brother. Yeah, he's older. Yeah, he kind of got me.
He's the one that kind of influenced you. In the
yeah,
music,
he kind of
as you
got me
mentioned
into
earlier.
that stuff, into the partying and shit.
Oh shit! We're talking about music, man.
I
know you guys are gonna talk about party. I don't party, bro.
But yeah, man, he got me into it. He's been there since like
Christian.
obviously like day one.
How big is the age difference?
He
'Cause
is.
it doesn't sound like it's a big age.
Yeah,
Nah, we went to high school.
Your peers. It's
Yeah,
5,
yeah,
well, that's
he's
pretty
25.
That's
Like
sizable.
we were freshmen, he was like senior.
Okay,
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's
it's
like
right there.
3,
It's
4,
about
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My sister was me and my sister like that, and we're peers. Like
Yeah.
once you
Yeah.
get into the teens, you're like,
Yeah,
what's
you
up?
know what's
okay.
up.
So he plays bass. Okay, cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Everyone else, like, there's just been, like, kind of coming in and out.
Kinda
And,
the
like,
homies.
yeah, these are their homies
like
always.
my parents. Oh, what?
What? I didn't hear that.
Okay. Cool. So let's talk about, since it's you guys here,
Right.
how big of a role does the homie DeSucio, a.k.a. Chris DeLucio, a.k.a. Idea1,
Yeah.
Shit, man.
play? What's his role? How big of a role does he play?
Let's talk about something.
Bro,
Let's
I
talk
feel
about
like
some-
Suck his dick for a little bit.
I'm going to go down on
Yeah, taint jokes. Hashtag taint life.
He brought it out the tank.
So, fucking
Because
Idea,
it seems like,
man.
because when I saw you guys, just to interrupt you real quick, I saw you
Yeah.
guys at Low Brow Palace for my first time. I hadn't met him yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm trashed. The lighting is whatever.
Yeah.
Then I meet him later on. The backstory is a long story for the
lighting.
listeners, but
Can't forget the lighting.
the lighting. He's like a strobe light honey, He looks pretty attractive when it's dim lighting,
Right.
But right now
Right.
with this good lighting,
Take a
he's
picture.
looking like fucking Shrek and shit. But,
Looking like Big Baby right now.
but I met, I used to work with this fool.
Yeah.
And he reminded me like, oh yeah, I know you know my dad, blah blah. Excuse me, but he's been in there, every time I've seen you guys perform, he's been there hyping it up. Both of you guys are jumping around.
Yeah, well, like I
What's
said,
his role in
man,
this
we've
shit?
known each other for like since like middle school, and like he's kind of been like just the right hand man, like always like helping with music, and like even me, it's like for his music.
Yeah.
Because like you know he's gonna have a season. He's gonna have a season where he's gonna come up on his shit too.
For sure.
We're just there like listening, like we're just each other's ears and shit. Like marketing wise, you know.
All day.
Hell yeah. So we just give each other feedback like, yo, that shit's
and the sick ass hype man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
I'm this guy's biggest fan.
Fuck yeah, we hype each other up. Like
marketing shit in general, not even just music. I hit up this guy for pointers. This motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
So I think I should do.
Fuck yeah, bro. I love helping out my friends. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like where this kind of all based off of when Stan, like, you know, he started making these beats, and I was like, yo, dog, like that's crazy, because, you know, that's how that's all I knew really, like, prior, like, to anything. Like, I grew up on music. Like, I grew up on, like, it was mostly hip hop. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, I got a little bit of taste of everything, but hip hop is definitely like where I come from. One. Yeah, definitely. And so, when, you know, he started coming up with these beats, I was like, bro, this is it. You know what I mean? I know this is it because there's a passion not only in you, there's one in me, and, like, there's no reason that this shit is gonna, like, flop. You know what I mean? That was kind of my mentality from the start, as a senior. You know what I mean? A senior in high school. You know, he shows me, like, some of his music. He's like, yo, do you want to, like, get on a feature? And at that point, I was like, bro, I'm gonna go my fucking hardest on this track right here so we can, like, prove it. You know? And so from there, that's when I knew that this wasn't something that just was gonna flop. You know what I mean? This wasn't just like another band, you know, putting together. I knew, you know, we could put this into the right direction and we can get this popping. You know what I mean? Just because we had the love around us, you know, and he had his brothers around, you know, doing the shows, and so, like, that was kind of my introduction to, like, the music scene. You know, like, kind of going to those shows. There was, like, a spot called Sumatras. So going, like,
is that Prickly Elder now?
Yeah, that's Prickly Elder now. I had my first beer in that parking lot. You know what I mean? Warm ass Natty Light. That shit fucking sucked.
I was actually pissed, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I was so pissed because I was like, beer's supposed to be awesome, but fuck it. Like, we started doing shows there, man. Like, we started just going hard, and, like, really my role, like, when he got like picked up the guitar, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep the crowd live, like. Because I noticed, like, you know, whenever, like, a guitar's pulled up, some people would, like, look away. Yeah, but I wanted to be the reason why they're not looking away. Like, you're still looking, because...
And that's perfect hype man mentality.
Yeah, like, I'm with you. Like, I'm looking at you right now.
But you're
like,
building up the main guy.
And, like, you know, and that was kind of like what I felt like my role was. You know what I mean? Like, not only, like, being the hype man, but, like, completing the show. You know what I mean? The cats that wanted to look away because it was a band, I was like, nah, like, I know, you know what I mean, because of the music that I grew up on, like, having that dude, you know what I mean, having that dude right there in the mix, like, is just gonna keep everyone engaged.
Important part of the piece of the puzzle.
Engaged, you know what I mean? And that's the word. Like, I'm keeping everyone
keep them engaged.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, the important point there is keep a good team around you, build a good team, but
for sure.
It goes from, like, with you guys, and it's, you know, anybody else, from team to family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's fucking fam.
Yeah, dude.
But
straight middle school, since middle school, man, like, it's always been love. You know what I mean? That was us, like, figuring shit out together. You know what I mean? That's like, I mean, you know, you find a homie, like, since middle school, bro.
That's rare, bro.
Dog, like,
that's super rare.
That's finding out everything with homie.
When you're my age, you'll even see how much more rare that is.
You know what? And I can't wait, bro, because, like, that's how I keep it every day. Like, you know, I want to make sure, like, homie's on the right track or whatever.
I don't talk to anybody from middle school
because they're the same way. They're the same way with me, and, like, that's the only way. That's the only type of friends that I want to keep around. Like, at this point, like, I got my friends. Like, anyone else joining the circle is, like, potential friends, you know what I mean? But, like, I got my friends, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
the core, the inner circle, the top tier.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I got one homie that I consider, you know, Joe, my homie Joe, who's a regular listener.
Shout out
Joe.
Joe.
Since second grade. We weren't besties back then per se. We were homies, and we've had some ups and downs. But now that's like my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Second grade.
But that's the only one. I've had a couple guys that I kind of keep in touch with, but it's valuable is what I'm saying is what you guys have. And then you got your brother in the band, so that's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so just real quick, man, we're going to go into the new shit, but touch on the Z album because I'm like pissed still that we didn't make that other shit happen. And we need to still get some little sales off that shit because
I'm down.
Good music.
That was like 2017. That was 2019
exactly,
right now.
Exactly. That's when we're supposed to do this shit.
What was
that's where we met up at Larry's. As a matter of fact, he met Larry back then. He's asking, like, that's Larry, bro.
Oh, okay, that fucker.
Yeah, backstory, listeners. We were talking about a bitch ass Larry Overstreet earlier today. Listeners, I'm joking. He won't mind that I call him a bitch ass. But we're talking about Larry. Why were we talking about him?
Because I pulled up to Jesus's crib.
Oh, and then
this fool has some like
weird
a
friend.
neighbor, and this fool has a neighbor. And
like narrowing it down to who it is.
I just, I'm just chilling, and this fool's like spazzing. I'm like, yo, this fool wilding right now.
Yeah, hilarious. If you're listening, which I know you're not, but the first I did a few episodes at Larry's old print shop. Now he's at 501. Yeah, that's when we're supposed to do it. Yeah, totally forgot about that. That's that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
He had a fucking ramp in there.
Hey, that was cool, bro. I fucking that guy. He's cool as fuck.
So, yeah, just hype up the Z album for a little bit, man.
All right.
2017 right here.
Shit, we're bringing it back,
This is
bro.
the mentality 2017.
We're bringing it back.
This is us, like, barely hitting it, you know what I mean?
Time
Boom,
machine
shit.
All right, bro. So the Z is like kind of where I feel like I realized that music was like what I wanted to do. Yeah. Like, or it was like where I felt like I was like peaking.
Yeah.
And that's the Z stands for the zenith, actually, which the zenith means the highest point.
Yeah, the zenith is the highest point.
So that's kind of
the zigzag zigala. That's the Wu-Tang shit.
There's a couple different things you can you can think of, but like, so I would just like, that was my thought process, is just, you know, showing people like, yeah, this is like my peak, and like thinking back on it. I'm going to do a little bit of thinking back on it. Like, it wasn't, like, really what came out what I wanted it to be, because it wasn't really where I wanted to be.
All right.
I was just, like, I was shooting too far. And then it ended up kind of being a little last minute and a little bit. But this project that I'm putting out now, like, I'm pretty happy with the timing of it. It's not really last minute. Because I'll tell you what. That last album, it sounds dope, by the way. It sounds dope. I'm not even like ragging on my last album, but I feel like I progressed a lot as far as like timing, because that dude, I was so last minute. I was literally printing CDs the day of the release show.
Oh, really?
Like, I was late to my own show. I was late to my own show, bro.
Like a true artist.
Yeah. But I pulled up and everyone was still whiling, bro, and I was just like, all right, let's go.
Let's do this shit.
Let's get it.
Hell yeah. No, I mean, I remember listening to it. I liked it.
Hey.
A much more clean cut Stan Z back then.
Yeah.
I remember I bumped into this motherfucker. When was it? I bumped into him, Prickly Elder, and he's all, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? He's like, remember me? I'm like, no, I don't. And I'm like,
bro.
Oh shit, is this motherfucker?
Bro, I get that look all the time.
No, because I hadn't seen you in a minute.
I get that look all the time.
I hadn't seen you in a minute.
Yeah.
And he was a little more clean cut.
Yeah.
You know, now he's got the mustache going, but he's, you know, it's a couple years gone by.
I'm going natural, bro.
Yeah, he's
natural.
He's hippied out. No, but check out that album either way. But I just want to touch on it, you know, just to give it some shine.
Cool, man.
Because that's when we were supposed to meet up the first time.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, man. To me, that's when I saw you guys, and to me, it's mostly based on live shows. So you guys would rip it. And I was excited to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah, man.
So I for sure wanted to touch on that.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about the new album now.
Cool.
Again, in detail. We want to talk about, of course, we got the single 007.
Yeah.
We want to talk about that. Let's give all the credits out. Producers.
Cool.
If there's any features. Any cool stories as far as studio adventures and whatnot.
Okay.
You know, it's all about stories on Sweet Jesus Radio. And also just talk about the process, man.
Okay.
Was it all here in Star City or?
Yeah, so the majority of it, was recorded here in Star City. I had a couple of my shit that I had just done like on my cheapy ass little like Apple headphones. So yeah, I have a track on there where like it just sounds real lo-fi. Yeah. Just because I recorded it on my Apple headphones.
We meant to do that, guys.
Yeah, right. Hell yeah. So like most of it I've been doing it here, just recording different shit. I did the drums here. I recorded some horns here. So I had some different horn players. There's a horn player I know from high school that we still work together. So he wrote me.
Shout him out or no?
Yeah, that's my boy David Dayu, Big Daddy D.
All right, so make sure. You
Life in the big city.
Life in the big city.
I have no idea what that means, but it sounds funny.
He's doing it in the big city, you know.
He's doing it.
Saying,
He's doing it big, bro. Daddy Dayu.
Let's say just for the listeners, real quick, where are we right now? Let's shout out the spot.
We are at Star City Studios, West Side, El Paso. What's up?
Mm-hmm. Stan's also an
West side is
engineer
the best
here.
side.
Yeah.
And Stan is an engineer
The
here.
west side is the best side.
It is
True.
That is,
I actually do engineer here.
I like that. He really does. He really is an engineer.
Boy,
Anyways, back to the album. What's it called? Naturally.
It's called Naturally.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
now
yeah.
we were hyping up Star City though at the point a little bit before this, but okay, we'll just talk about the process, man.
So yeah, I recorded most of it in Star City here,
Okay.
and we recorded the drums literally right there. Yeah, so
You'll see the drums in the pictures, guys.
hell yeah. And yeah, dude, I produced like all the beats from it. So what we did was I showed it to my boy David Dayu, and he arranged like some horn parts for some of the more live tracks that we wanted to do like live instruments to. So like not all of it is like live instruments, but
Like a mix.
yeah, some of it will just be beats and like rapping, or like I'll throw a guitar in there. So it's different. Like I also do like different genres. Like I have some like R&B shit, like
Sure, man.
some
I
rap
love it
kind
already.
of trippy shit. I also have some like a house track on it.
Folk metal.
Yeah,
Housey track.
aggressive
yeah,
yodeling.
dude.
You can rap over some house shit, dog.
Bro.
Hey.
Or some trip hop shit.
Right now you about to get the exclusive taste of that album and shit. We gotta play that shit for you for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dog. So it's a mixing platter or whatever they call it. It's a platter, you know.
It's like a sample platter.
Sample platter, yeah. That's
sampler.
what it is.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Mixing platter sounds good.
Sampler.
It's a sampler plate.
Oh yeah, huh?
Hey, shit. Yeah.
I'll have a little bit of everything on that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
I definitely like, and it's called Naturally because I didn't feel like I wanted to like make a specific genre.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do what I felt naturally was like
Yeah.
shit.
Shit comes
I'm
naturally.
about to make this
whatever
house
comes
track.
naturally. Okay, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like fuck it, I'll make this R&B track. Like I'll
That's
make
how it should be, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of cats got it like they gotta force it, you know what I mean? They gotta make it, you know what I mean? That's
feel
kind
like
of the mentality now.
The real motherfuckers aren't like that. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like the fans or award shows
Yeah,
or
the trend,
TV
you know what I
shows
mean? The trend.
puts them in the box.
It's like it's a
Yeah.
part
Don't
of
let
the
yourself be put in the box.
yeah, it's the machine, you know what I mean?
The
That
machine
pushes
puts you in the box.
and makes you think
Just
that
make the fucking music, man. Just
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want.
exactly. It makes you
Fuck
think
the
that you
genre.
gotta be something
First
that
rap
you're
album,
not.
fuck rap album, fuck. I got the best music album. I don't give a fuck.
Like, and
and I
that's
don't
why
even care if I win.
I respect
Yeah.
passion, you know what I mean? I
That was
respect
the
passion.
that was the title of when I had not Stan, fucking Fifth on the episode on one of my episodes.
Oh, okay, word up.
Oh no shit.
It was called "Fuck Accolades" because I said that on the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
We were talking about Q-Tip, which is a disappointment. He was
Uh-huh.
getting angry because he didn't get nominated. After
Q-Tip?
Fat,
He's
after
mad?
after it's back then.
Oh,
After
shit.
Five died, they made an
Oh,
album.
fuck. Oh yeah.
Didn't get nominated for anything.
Oh, that shit came late though, like
No,
after the
but-
nomination.
But
Like,
dude,
it
they
was
have a
late in the
song
year.
award tour that says that they don't need
Man.
that shit. They don't need
Yeah.
that acknowledgement. And then he was over here crying. A hero of mine. I hate saying that. Like I'm
Yeah,
dissing him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck accolades is what I said. Like, because it's not about that,
It's
dude.
not
Now you can use that. You can leverage an award to make more money. I don't hate on that.
always.
But if you want it just for acknowledgement, you're already doing it for the wrong reasons.
So yeah, man, just playing instruments. That's kind of what I do. Is just I just do what sounds good. I just do
All
what's
day.
fun, and that in the end, that's what music. Like I was talking to my mentor Eric Bozeman, and like this fool, like he straight up went to L.A. like probably like last month, and like he just randomly like just for like coincidence, he ended up with like Quincy Jones, like at this Quincy
shit.
Jones like.
Yeah, that's
that's-
the greatest of all
Yeah.
time.
that's
And
big.
like it was just this big jam where they're just jamming his music from like Frank Sinatra to Michael Jackson, like that
That's
whole
what I'm
timeline.
saying. He's been that's literally his timeline.
Yeah, man.
He's been around that long, bro.
So he was just telling him like, yo, it's either good music or bad music.
Oh,
It's like
shit.
there's nothing in between. Like he's like, well, what's your favorite music? He's like, it's just good music or bad music.
yeah.
You know, like it's
Ah.
what sounds good. And
I like
shit.
some good music for sure.
I mean, it's true, bro. You know, some of the most complex people. You know, the goal is not really. I don't know if it's the goal, but it's to simplify things. Simplify something complex. It's like I'm not gonna. Quincy's not gonna give you a long ass answer. It's good or bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely,
you
bro.
simplify the shit.
It's the God,
There's
bro.
He
no need to fucking give you a long ass answer with a lot of big words. So talk about the single, man. You know, I've heard the single. Shit was dope, catchy, very musical. Like you said, it basically reflects what you talked about right now. Is you know, we're not gonna be in a box.
Yeah,
But it's called
yeah.
007.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Cool,
Who
man.
produced it? Probably you, for all I know.
Yeah. I did produce that track.
Did
Yeah, I
It's
did.
fucking fire, though.
So I called it 007 because I felt the vibe was just like super spy type,
Spy
and I
out.
think it has to do with even what I was trying to represent in my album. Just because, like, you know, I'm kind of like an agent with this shit. People don't really know what I'm doing. I'm like kind of undercover.
Secret
okay,
agent.
low key
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, like low key, but like, you know, I'm gonna pop out at the end and be like, "What's good?" Like, I just fucking saved the world, shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that's why I'm trying to like just come in, like ease it in, and then bam, when my next single drops, like just different. Like people are just gonna be like, "What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah, that's how it should be, man.
Hell yeah.
Do you have any features on the album?
Yeah, I have my girl actually, Andrea. She's
word?
on it. Yeah. She
Cool.
goes by
she do?
Andy RFM. She sings.
Oh, word, okay.
You need
Yeah.
to hear that one, bro. That one's gonna
I wanna
fucking
hear it,
blow your
man.
fucking mind,
That was
bro.
sick. And then also Gus Houses.
His house is
Mm,
the
my
Yeah.
God.
Hell yeah, dude. He's
Because of
dope.
Susio over here.
over
I've
here.
heard some
Yeah.
shit.
Fuck yeah. So those two, they're on the same track. And then all the other ones, pretty much solo, dolo. Oh, I had my boy Jordan do some guitar.
Cool.
Jordan Long. I had my boy Chewy do some guitar. Eric Bozeman did some drums on it.
I keep hearing that name while I'm here, man. They keep talking about Eric Bozeman.
Dude, he's
I know you were
he's
talking
the
about
shit.
him.
He's
He's the
shit,
god
man.
around here.
He
He's the
is,
god here.
man. He's got all the connections, all the numbers,
cool.
bro.
I wanna,
Hell yeah.
it's an Eric Bozeman episode here.
He invented bows too, you know what I'm saying?
Bozeman. He's the
Hell yeah,
Bozeman.
he's the bows man. Nah, I'm just playing.
He's Jewish. Bozeman.
Where's he at?
I don't know.
He's
He's not
into
here.
us. He's watching us on some camera.
He was
Yeah.
here. He was mixing some shit.
Yeah, he was. That was
Yeah,
him.
before.
But yeah, man.
Any cool stories as far as the process in the studio? Did anything funny happen?
Say well.
Was
Let
it
me
pretty just
think
business
about
as
it.
usual?
Well, it's
It's
weird,
always
man. It's weird because like I produce all of it, so like it's usually
It's
just me,
like a
man.
couple- yeah.
It's usually just me,
'Cause-
bro. Hell yeah.
Because I'm coming from it from an old school mentality where like I see videos of Tupac and like 8 motherfuckers and us.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
It's
monster.
definitely not like that.
Yeah, dude. And
But
so,
I've also done my own music where
Yeah.
it's really just me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stop, press space bar, record again.
Listen to it. Nah, that wasn't it. Re-record.
No, that's what I be
I mean,
doing, bro.
I do it in a diaper, but you know.
Yeah, that's what I be doing though, bro. Cause I produce
diaper?
it. Yeah, in diaper. Yeah. Some
Big
Diaper and
baby.
some cowboy boots.
Big baby.
Hell yeah, dog. I'll just be out there, bro.
How many tracks can we expect?
There's gonna
Of the
be 12.
Okay. That's solid.
12.
That's
Yes,
solid.
sir.
I hate when motherfuckers go too long. They got like 18 songs and shit.
Yeah.
That's
Fill up
incredible.
the whole
That's
2 hours that a CD can hold.
Like he's just like I might die. Like so here's
too
like
much.
35
Yeah,
tracks.
I mean,
Double
you're
album.
actually, the album's your will.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Leaving this to my kids.
my car, my keys, my shoes.
You don't want none of these. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Rumor has it you're doing something with PBS, man.
Oh yeah. What?
It's still like a
works.
rumor right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get some.
The spy, a
Yeah.
007 type told me that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we're still trying to get some confirmation back, but regardless, if we do get that word back,
What is it?
That's fucking dope. It's like a showcase.
Okay.
It's apparently a showcase right now. I can't really discuss. I can't discuss too much about it because it's
these peasants.
Yeah, until you know what I mean. It's still a little too vague right now, but it would be tight because viewers like you know what I mean.
Viewers like you,
because of viewers like you know what I'm saying. Like
me.
I was just like 6 watching that shit.
That's what I was about to ask. Do young people even know what the fuck PBS is?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Public broadcast system.
I haven't seen PBS.
I don't know what PBS stands for.
Sounds like
I want to be.
Sounds like a hood. PBS 13
I'm
and
from
shit.
PBS, dog. Oh,
What up, PBS, home?
I'd break myself for that shit for sure. PBS, dog.
Break yourself.
PBS. I see light green with that one.
I see something like a lime,
like a lime,
yellow,
yeah,
lime,
yeah,
yellow,
like lime.
Yeah.
PBS.
I have no idea what that means. The jerseys, the team jerseys,
yeah,
the gang.
the team jerseys.
There's crib, there's blood, then they got the lime green.
You got the lime green, Grove Street.
I think some old hood did wear green. It was the Hollywood Knights. Ask your dad about that one.
Lime green.
Gosh,
lime green.
It's green. It was a hood. It was like it was a real hood.
Oh my god.
And green was their shit. I think it was green. Yeah. Ask your dad about that.
I'll try.
For all the 40-somethings and the late 30-somethings.
Dude,
damn.
Yeah, no. El Paso in the 90s.
Hood shit.
is crazy.
Hood shit, dude. I've heard all those stories.
Hollywood Knights, I think, were wearing green.
Devil's Triangle and shit.
Oh,
That too, yeah.
I don't even know. I'll fucking nah, bro.
You couldn't just walk around
bro.
anywhere.
I love like the type of generation that we live in because like gangbanging is like you can see that shit like a mile away. You know what I mean? Like I guess like you could have just been walking somewhere and then like suddenly boom bang. You know what I mean? But like now it's like these motherfuckers might ask you about some bullshit you got on. You know what I mean? And so like, and at that point you either gotta like, you take your risks and shit, and they might talk and they talk and then you just like
You become friends with them.
bruh. Yeah, exactly. You're like, whatever, dog.
It's even worse than that. Now you can like, I've been, I'm not saying I'm no tough guy at all, but I grew up in that era, and I'll go to these like hipster bars, which I prefer over like a regular bar, because I'm counterculture.
right,
But
edgy.
motherfuckers are like, they just talk shit like with no consequences.
Yeah, that's
Back in the
mostly
days,
it.
you get slapped the fuck up for certain shit.
You know what? To me,
That
I'm
nerdy
like,
motherfuckers at campfires are saying shit.
I'm so chill, bro. Like I'm so chill. Like
yeah, you don't say anything though. You're chill.
like motherfuckers. Like yo, if you talking from across the bar, I do not give a fuck about what you're saying, bro. I do not. I'm like gonna like I do not give a fuck.
Yeah,
because that's a whole big
yeah,
move
but
right there,
this new generation, those people have been given a voice
I guess that's kind of true, bro.
because they've never been slapped.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I'm kind of like almost want to go back to my old ways.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true.
I definitely want to slap people.
To me, if you're arm's length, that's it. You know what I mean? Arm's length, you're too close. I feel uncomfortable. I feel a little scared.
But in that world, that's never gonna be arm's length. This is gonna be always
yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Nah.
So my advice to the children is don't talk shit. Just keep a minimalist approach to everything.
I mean, just match your energy. Match your
Silence
energy.
is golden, man.
Match your energy. You know what I mean?
But the scene gives these people like some traction. Oh, yeah, he's smart, man. Did you see what he said to that guy on Facebook? I scolded him.
Don't
like,
get me started.
That's just the worst shit in the world.
Oh no, man! You are not a shooter. You are on Twitter. You know what I mean? You are not a shooter. You will not pull up. I don't care
Twitter
what.
fingers.
I will give you an address. You know what I mean?
So I mean, if you're not about that shit, it's like there's no reason to act like a tough guy. But they get that.
It's the culture, man. To me, it's a part. It's a part of the machine. It's
part of the machine.
It's a part of the machine that has been fed to us. You know what I mean? And like I can see it because like a part of me is kind of like, if this shit would have continued, like in my head where I didn't think that it was like a fantasy, like some cats don't see the shit that they hear on the radio as a fantasy. They hear it as like, this is my fucking, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone has
it's the human ego and the human pride.
Yeah. Like definitely ego. Definitely.
It's easily fed and it's easily you can succumb to it.
And that's why I believe they built a whole ass machine.
Oh yeah.
On top of that,
they know humans are dumb.
they know that. You know what? Oh, dude, it's just been going on, so I can't even feel like a type of way anymore. It's just like you either across the bar or you in front of my face, and you in front of my. I'm not stepping you, dog.
That's a tip
I'm
to
having
you.
a good ass time.
Tip to the kiddies out there also. some guys challenge you from across the bar. Don't play that other person's game.
Or on Facebook, whatever.
If it's 2 a.m. and you gotta leave the bar, then he might be out there. Be ready for it.
Yeah.
But don't
Don't
like,
sleep.
oh, let's go outside. Like, I've never done that. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm chilling with some...
I'm here with my
2 a.m.
honey.
I'm going to beat you up when I get out because I have to leave at some point.
Like,
but
you're in front of my car. Like, please get the fuck
out.
out of my face. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but don't take my shirt off. It's fine.
And then get knocked the fuck out? Hell no.
You're
going to end up on fucking Food's Gone Wild? No way. No way, dog.
It's the El Paso version is, you end up in the Fit Fam shit.
You're going to, Fit Fam or 915 on Blast. I think Fit Fam's taking it, though.
Some of these pages they blew up all crazy.
Dude, I support it. You know what I mean?
It's the El Paso TMZ.
I won't follow you, but I support it.
It's the El Paso TMZ. I'm about to get some of those guys on the podcast. All right. I get the reference. Let's talk about live shows, man.
Yes.
Past. Yes. And, of course, like I said, we're supposed to do this a long time ago. Didn't happen, so I still have some of the old notes, and I'm just pissed. So we're going to make it happen now. Some of your favorite performances, man. I know you've done Neon Desert, shit like that. Any stories that come out of that.
Bro, Neon Desert was lit, bro. Like,
just go into detail about
we went, so we did it 2 years in a row. The first year was dope. I had just like...
Which year was that?
That was 20...
Who was some of the headliners?
16. I think it was 2016. Who was headlining? I think Wiz Khalifa.
I was there. Yeah.
Or was that the second year?
Second year, Migos.
I forget.
Second year?
That
That was my year, bro. Like, second year... Migos was like headlining and shit. We had artist pass like at that point because our first year was in 2015, and so we got homegrown stage, and so that's local stage.
And shit.
Yeah, that's the local stage. You know what I mean? They put you right into the fucking plaza,
Yeah.
And so, but the second stage, second year in 2016. We got like the Dos Equis stage or one of those
we got the big stage.
We got a big one, so we got artist passes. So that whole day was just fucking run around, bro. Like
that shit was wild, bro. We got lit.
So what
happened?
happened?
Free drinks, man, all day. So, dude,
I lost my
partying,
bracelet.
man.
I lost access.
Was it the one that was like rainbow colored that year?
I think it was like orange or some shit. All I know is that some fool came up to me with a free ass hot dog. They're like, "Yo, you want a hot dog?" I see your bracelet. I was like,
"Yeah, that's what they do in
hell
that
yeah."
area." They
And
just,
then I
some
left.
guys walking around.
Yeah, and
the
they
phones.
just giving you, and
You
then I
know,
was
like,
like,
giving
"Yo, give me that hot
dog.
dog." And I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, dude."
How was the
Shit,
band
Cheetos
feeling?
on
How
it.
was the fan feeling?
It was good, man.
Oh,
we were just
dude.
all up on stage, dude. We were just feeling it, man. You know what?
Yeah.
They were like fucking with our sound a little bit.
Holy
Like
shit.
they were just like telling us to do different shit, and then at the end we were just like, "Yo, chill. We got it. We got it." And then we just fixed it, and then we just killed it, bro.
Some
Like,
douchey sound guy shit.
Yeah, man. They were just like, "Nah, we know what to do." But we were like, "Nah, bro, we got this shit." So we just killed that show, and then we just partied. After that, we just party, bro. Like I remember I went home like at like 10 in the morning and shit.
That was
Shit.
That was
Dude, the
ridiculous.
after party, they had like an exclusive ass after
I
party.
missed it.
I ain't know
Oh,
that shit.
fool! I can't
I
believe you were
missed it.
there.
I luckily had a few years of like VIP free shit, and it almost like would make me miss seeing some of my artists. Some of them are just drinking for free in that back area.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Shouts to Patty Mac over there. But,
Worth it.
Hell yeah.
No, but I would go. I'd venture out.
Right.
But like
Yeah.
because I would drink so much, I don't remember a lot of it. Like the Cypress Hill, the Immortal Technique, the
Dude.
J. Cole,
Dude,
shit. Like,
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what
was
happened
like,
after
holy
that.
shit.
They were like, "Yo, bring out."
Tyler shit. Like, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I go out, watch, and I go back. The free liquor's over there.
Dude, yeah, I did. Like, I'm
Open bar in the VIP area.
I'm not waiting no fucking line. I'm finna hit this free.
These peasants,
Yeah.
Move aside.
start a band, guys.
That's the fucking.
yeah.
That's
Any
the-
other shows that stick out in your mind, man? Like anything that made of like change the direction of your fucking the band, your life, your trajectory. What did you say?
Oh,
You
I-
say it.
Well, I'm saying the fucking release is about to be fucking crazy.
Let's do that.
Hey,
I'm
that
sa-
shit's
I'm
gonna be
saying the
dope. Yo, it's gonna be
We
here.
were talking about it earlier, yeah.
January
Star
4th
City
at
got the
Star
fucking
City.
dope,
Come
venue in the
through.
back.
Yes.
Just got the tour. I
Yes.
should record.
Hell yeah, come
Naturally.
through that shit. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna have the whole band, the horns. We're gonna do some crazy
ready.
shit. Like we're gonna just
No
just
bras.
kill it, bro.
No bras allowed.
No
No
bras.
panties, no panties,
No
none
bras.
of that
No
shit,
boxers.
bro. No jimmies, no
No
condoms.
jimmies.
Taints encouraged.
Naturally. We're going naturally, son.
Hell yeah.
Cellulite.
Taints encouraged.
Everything.
Cellulite and taints encouraged.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Please.
Bring everything.
Please bring it.
All the smoke.
Because we bringing
If
it.
you got cellulite, you get him free.
yeah. Marketing director over
You
here.
can fucking
Shit.
pour some shots in them motherfuckers. The little dimples.
Let's see.
Them cellulite dimples. Because are too young for that shit. When you hit your 30s, you'll start to experience a little more, little celly cell.
I don't see that cellulite.
Hit
You
you
know
Have
what?
you seen the cellulite?
I seen the cellulite.
It's like if you're a passer. Just in general, do you have any just stories, man? Fuck the music. I need to hear. Have you ever been in a street fight, Stan?
Street fight. Damn, you know what? Fucking Ed Ray,
that
our
one-
manager.
Ed Ray's the boy. My boy.
Yeah, remember Ed Ray? Damn, bro.
Fight of the
Fight
century.
Oh, yo.
Nah,
Tell
never.
the story. Who's telling it? I want him to tell it.
All right.
He deserves it.
All right, so
He's
we
a
were
little,
having...
hey, listeners, Stan's a little under the weather. So I know
Just a little bit.
Susie over here has, been freaking telling stories, but we got to
He's
hear this
taking
from.
Yeah,
He's a little sicky poo, but
it's all
tell
good.
this one.
I'll be 100 by the show
We're always hungry. Yeah,
for the taint.
taint,
taint.
taint life.
So,
Team
all right,
taint.
check it. Yeah. So we were having a party, like, in the summer and shit. And, like, so there was one at my house. And there was one at Ed Ray's house.
Two
like,
parties.
two
Is this
houses
the story
down.
You told me on the truck.
Two parties.
Two houses
son.
down. So
What the hell?
the house in the middle of us just got fucked, like, by just noise, like, bad. And it was like Saturday night, like, just
Competing parties.
Killing
yeah, bro. So we'd be like party hopping, like walking down the street. Yo, get this, take a shot over here, bro. I would go over
back
here,
over
He
bro.
left his house.
Jump in this pool and shit. Yo, so we're here at fucking Ed Ray's house and shit. And this one's the more rowdy, ratchet party. Over at my crib is the more like, there's more girls there.
We got
We're just
fettuccine
chilling.
Alfredo over here.
Yeah.
Breadsticks, baby. What you want? Unlimited.
You got more girls over here, he said.
Yeah.
These guys over here. In other words, there was a sausage party over there.
Yeah, fuck
It
yeah.
was just getting popping over there. You know, it
Dude,
was
it
crazy.
was-
I don't mind a good sausage once in a while.
It was crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
what?
So we
Bronxburg.
chilling, bro. We chilling, and then I'm out in the front, and then these two dudes are like, they're about to like,
Horns. Give me the horns.
they're about to fight, bro. These two dudes, they're about to fight. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't even like involved or anything, but then I was just like, yo, chill, blah blah blah. And then Ed Ray comes through, and then he's
He's a
just like,
sizable guy.
yo, chill, like, and he tries like breaking them up, and then one fool just decks him, bro, and then he just like, he hits the floor, bro. I was like, no, you didn't do that
Yeah.
shit right now. And then
Again.
these other fools start fucking fighting, and I'm here like, yo, are you good, Ed Ray? And then dude,
That was our
everyone
manager.
comes out to the front, and then dude, it just brawl, dude. Everyone
tied.
just
Bro,
Oh,
I was
psycho
playing
tied.
Uber. I was playing Uber. I get all these calls.
That's some pussy shit,
Yeah,
dog.
hey, dog.
Uber.
I was playing Uber.
Your boy's half dead.
That's what I heard. And like,
Your boy Henry's half dead.
I heard it,
You
bro.
gotta play gurney. You gotta play
I
something.
heard. I was
gotta
like,
take him out on the
I
gurney,
was like
dog.
asleep. You know what I mean? And I was playing Uber, and then
I'll
like,
schedule for a nap.
and then I call him in the morning. I was like, I know because like even like it just everyone got hit. Like apparently everyone got their ass fucking whooped. So I'm like, oh hell no, like, and like I call him in the morning. He's like, yeah, some dude named Tank hit me.
Hey, there's no shame in getting knocked out by a guy named Tank.
I was like, it's
But it also sounds like a sucker punch type shit. Like he wasn't expecting it.
Nah, he wasn't, bro. That's what was
Yeah,
so whack.
but that's also just a lesson to you youngsters. Here comes old man Jesus coming. Don't ever be that peacemaker, man. If
Yeah.
you are, be ready for like some shit. Don't be that peacemaker, man. That's bullshit. Let
That
this
is
shit
bullshit.
go down or pick a side.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your crib, like, hey, get the fuck out of here, like,
Yeah,
but be
yeah,
ready, like,
get the
for,
fuck outta here,
don't-
bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, hey, brother, stop fighting, guys.
Yeah, you just
Never
get
be that
knocked
guy,
out, huh?
Because I've seen peacemakers get knocked out throughout my life, dog.
Peacemakers, there's no love.
Fuck that shit.
There's
Ain't
no
no
love.
for no peacemakers.
Ain't no peace.
Ain't no peace for
Ain't no
peacemakers.
treater. Ain't no treaty, dog.
No peace for peacemakers.
No,
No, because
son.
drunk motherfuckers, like once you add that element into the whole shit,
Yeah.
it's a variable that you can't
Bro.
control.
Yeah, you're just in your face, and then they're just like,
you
fuck,
gotta be.
man.
You think
Yeah.
like, oh, nobody's gonna fuck with me because I'm being cool. Like, no, these people just want to hit something.
With a bottle,
Hey.
son.
No, I'm just telling you guys.
Yeah.
So be ready at all times, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like,
Or pick a side. Like
I was playing
you know what I'm
Uber.
saying? This guy's over here.
I was the Uber champ.
I
that
got the
night.
wheels.
Yeah, I
yeah.
was taking care of
That
business.
should go wild, bro. That was a dope
That's
ass time.
fucked up.
I want to hear.
Dope.
What's your fight story, fucking Chris?
My fight story.
This guy's telling an Ed Ray fight story.
That's
Chester,
that was a fight story. My
when
fight
you're
story.
back in daycare.
Yeah, bro.
That's the time you
I
fought.
got my fucking baby bottle. Said,
But you know what's
drink
weird?
up.
Fights aren't good. Like fuck all that's like primitive behavior, bro.
That is.
But like
But
as a
you
parent, I know your dad. Like that's almost like
I
a
wouldn't want
success story if your kid doesn't have fights. It's almost like somewhat good parenting. It's like
Yeah, that's pretty good.
he's not over here because I've gotten in a shit ton of fights when I was
Yeah.
that elementary school shit, but I don't have any
Yeah.
parents. So it's like,
I mean,
or you're
but,
fighting people
but
left and right.
Like, I mean, I'm like so peaceful. You know what I mean? Like I said,
But
like,
sometimes those people are the targets.
yeah, no, and sometimes it is what it is, and you know, sometimes you got to live your life. Like my crazy shit, like, and you know what?
That time you beat a girl up.
I punched a woman, dog.
You can't count your fights against your sister.
No, dog, it's not like that. I was cruising.
Have you been in a fight or not?
Yeah. I've been in a fight with a woman. You know what I mean? Like, and so let me
She identified as a woman.
let me set the story straight though.
Oh shit.
I'm here. I'm chilling. I'm Chris. I'm Big Idea.
Oh
Just
shit.
chilling, dog. Like walking through. I'm with my girl. You know, it's like a Saturday afternoon. It's like 6
I know
o'clock.
where you're going with this.
It's like 6 o'clock. You know, the sun's kind of coming down. It's gold. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? Living life and shit.
Oh yeah.
Walking down the street downtown, no problem. Never had problems. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
So walking down. All of a sudden, across the corner, whatever, some chick come down. Seemed like a bum, but you know, I'm not judging. I'm with my girl. You know what I mean? I got like beauty around me, and
What
so
do you mean
like,
by bum though?
you know what I mean? Like no.
The
So,
far left, the left is gonna get mad.
no, it's okay. Like it's okay. We all know. And so like she coming down, and then that's kind of when I start realizing because she starts spazzing, like she starts saying some shit. She's like talking about some shit. You know what I mean? I don't care, but at this point I know there's trouble. There's trouble on the way. I'm on the same side of the street with my girl right now. You know what I mean? I'm holding my girl's hand. That's cool. We all good. She's coming down. She's getting closer, but now she kind of like targeting and shit. She kind of like talking to me. She kind of pointing.
She's locked in.
Yeah, no,
She's locked in.
She pointing fingers, and so I'm just like,
This motherfucker.
no.
She's locked in.
Oh no. You know what I mean?
Got your girl with you.
This is. I'm all beauty, and then suddenly there's a little bit of dark clouds. She's coming around. She's
Little
talking.
rain cloud.
She's talking. She's talking a little crazy. She's pointing at me. I know she's pointing at me because there's no one behind us. She's like, "You cannot tell me shit about my family." I'm like, "Oh hell no!" She's going about family right now. So this shit's deep.
Yeah.
So she keeps
trauma
telling.
goes deep.
So we're getting kind of close because at this point,
closer.
no, at this point, I'm not stopping because like, you know, we're just
You're
kind
just
of
walking.
Yeah, we're just walking, and then I'm just gonna kind of pass because you know, there's folks, you know what I mean, where they just be talking like, you know, sometimes they're just not a little right. So I'm walking, I'm close, and then she's just like, I'm talking to you now. Do you got some money? Now she's telling me now, like we're kind of like maybe like, you know, 10 feet apart at this point. You know what I mean? We're not too close,
That's kinda close,
but at the
yeah.
point like where I'm walking,
You gotta make a decision.
and like my stop, I'm either pulling emergency brakes or I'm lightly braking. You know what I mean? So she comes close, and like, so at this point, she's like, I can see her. I know she's tweaking. You know what I mean? Like, because she's got like eyes fulled up.
Body language.
Body language.
Yeah.
Exactly. So she's got her fist and she's shaking, dog, and she's asking me for some money. So like, boom, like at this point we're like we're close, man. You know what I mean? We're like close. And so she's asked me for some shit, and she's going crazy. Like my girl, she's like, you know what I mean? She takes care of business. She's out of here. You know what I mean? She's out of here. But I'm thinking like, I can't turn my back because if I turn my back, I don't know. Because right now,
you
like,
want to turn your back.
if I turn my back, this might be like whole case robbery, which might, I'm not my back. You know what I mean? So I was just like, you know what? No. But at this point, she was just like getting too close, dog. And so like, I don't know what happened. I just blacked out. Boo. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I sucked a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I punched a homeless woman?
I done hit someone.
You hit a homeless woman, dog.
I hit someone.
You hit a homeless woman that had mental issues.
I hit someone.
That's not
dog.
cool, dog.
No, she was coming at me. That's what I was thinking. Like, she coming at me. Boom. Yeah. Like, I'm not playing that, dog, because, like, you get too close, I can't. Like, I cannot risk it. And so, like,
Chris
boom.
DeLucio punched a homeless, mentally disabled woman.
Say what you want, dog. Say what you want, but El Paso is not gentrified yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying. So, boom, I hit someone. And then, dog, nothing happened. Like nothing. Like, I hit
she
her.
Didn't come at you?
She stood there like she stood there like, this motherfucker did not just.
You know I'm homeless? I got no heart for the homeless.
So she like, boom, like, that's when I, like, in that split second, I knew I just started a fight, like, with like homeless, you know what I mean? Homeless woman, bro. Like,
your first fight was with the
like, I fucking tweaked, dog. Like,
nah,
how is this gonna end?
You never know.
What do I, like, you know what, how is this gonna end?
Yeah.
So she grapples me, dog. Like,
you grapples.
She grapples me, and she bit the fuck out of me twice. You know what I mean? So don't share no drinks with me. She grappled the fuck out of me. I threw her on the fucking ground. I take the fuck off.
She gave you bird flu and shit.
H1N1 came back because of that night. I go to the hospital, dog. I go to the hospital. I'm not lying.
Did you go to the hospital, bro?
I went to the hospital. Like, we went to the hospital. So, like, take care of business.
Damn.
I said, what's up?
Shots and vaccinations.
Hey,
and
I told them like this.
Get updated.
I got attacked. I got attacked.
I got that a homeless person flu.
A homeless woman. And then, like, the nurses, they're like, so you got attacked by a homeless woman? I was like, and then, like, at this point, I'm sounding like a crazy victim. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm
like a crazy homeless person.
Yeah, like, I'm in the hospital, like, telling my story and shit, but I'm just like, you know what? Just give me my shot. I'll be out of here. I'll, like, couple grand, you know what I mean?
Charge it to Obamacare.
Charge it to the fucking game. You know what I mean?
I haven't paid a medical bill in my life.
They go hard with it. They go hard with it, though. You know? That's the only shit I really encountered. I'm a peaceful guy. You know, I didn't want to do that. But
that's
like,
good.
But my instincts kicked in, and you know what? Like, not to say that I succumbed.
She was a threat,
motherfucker.
My belief is, I know a lot of people, male and female, that have not been in fights, but my belief is that the average male, at least, will, even if they can't fight, they will fucking fight if they're hit up by a dude. Somebody's punching them. You're gonna fight back, even if you have no skill.
You should do that. Definitely.
Where you going?
Gotta take this.
Stan's going to take a piss.
My bad.
By my point, don't worry about it, dog. This happens all the time. I'm surprised, dude. With Zach, I had Zach, who was an employee over here, Star City. I peed like 4 times in the whole shit. My point is this: my belief is that you got tough guys out there. You got guys that know how to fight.
Right.
You guys that just like to fight but don't know how to, but they like to. Right. But the average man will at least fight back.
I mean,
there's a small percentage that will curl up.
You gotta, fight, flight, or freeze. You know what I'm saying?
It's just light. It's like survival shit.
And you know, my pops told me right. My pops told me right, bro. Don't let her get too close. And you know what I mean? Like, shit's happening fast. So what you do? You pull the trigger, dog. Because you know, first off, you got your girl around you. You know,
that's where street smarts and knowing how to read body language comes into play.
Oh yeah, doggy. And I knew I was not about to get hit like that. You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
Imagine me getting hit first.
Not only that, your girl's with you.
Oh, dog. Like, at that point, it was just more of like.
I didn't think about your
girl. This one. Like, I wanted this. You know, watch me. Like, no.
You hired her. You paid that homeless.
Hell no. This is how much I love you. You know how much
pain
I
is
love.
Love.
You know how much I love you, right? We make it happen.
We stick together. Through thick and thin.
Where you at? Gone, dog. So I took care of it. You know what I mean? Like, to me,
I've been in some fights,
man's
man,
supposed
but
to
it's
and
just
shit.
like I'm a nerd, I'm a geek.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
What ends up happening is that cool kids,
Mhm.
big kids,
big kids.
these motherfuckers, they're just bullying basically.
Yeah, fuck that
And
bullshit,
certain
bro. Fuck
geeks and nerds like
bullying.
myself, you get fed up with that shit.
Yeah,
and you start
fuck.
fighting back.
Yeah, fuck bullying, bro.
And over time, I've slapped around a lot of bullies. Like
That's the way you do it, because usually bullies,
usually, not all the time though.
mostly talk. I mean,
They'll get like
Mostly
my
talk,
thing is
bro.
like when parents are like, yeah, you hit a bully in the mouth, he'll leave you alone.
no, he's gonna turn the other
It's
cheek.
50-50.
He's gonna turn the other cheek, bro.
Because I've punched a bully in the mouth, and then like he's been harassing me ever since like my whole. He's like, what the fuck? You hit me, motherfucker! Like he'd bully me more. You know what I'm saying? So that's not always
Look
true.
at this dude. He fucking hit me.
He just hit me. Come on.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that shit's not true. Like, oh, just punch and just fight back. Like, no, that's not always true.
Yeah.
But I'll take that over not fighting back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I won't do that.
We're
You hit me,
we're
motherfucker.
in the bullying topic.
What
Yeah,
did-
you
what
always
did
gotta
Biggie
fight
say?
back. Fuck yeah.
Have you ever been bullied, Stan?
I actually did, yeah.
I've been bullied.
Yeah, like
I grew up in second ward, dog.
Elementaries and shit. Yeah, there was this one fool who would just bully everyone. And then, like, when you got to me, I was just like, oh,
It's my turn. It's my no.
And
I've been there,
It
man.
was on the bus, dude. He would do
I've
just
been there
weird
too.
shit. He would just be like, he would like do this thing where he would like try and like squish me, like, and I was just
See?
like, dude, you're weird, bro. And then we just started throwing hands, bro. We were like in like 4th, 5th grade, and it was like body blows on the bus, bro. Like sitting next to each other, just like chilling. Rosa Parks shit, just fuck you, bitch. And then he got off. And then he got off the bus, and that was it.
See that worked in that.
Yeah.
All right, man. We can
Say.
go on. I actually want to do a podcast just about bullying now because it's some real
Fuck bullying.
Because I've
Fuck that shit.
but I've
Idea
actually
will come
I've
beat
been
your
on both
ass up.
sides. I've been on both sides of that
I'll
shit.
beat a bully up.
Yeah.
I'll die. I'll die for
I've
the
beat some
bully.
bullies up. But in the hood, like in second ward shit, like it's real. It's just like you got
Yeah,
kids from
second ward's
Mexico
crazy.
that are like 2 years older than you in your grade.
Oh fuck.
So
no.
you got like a fucking 10-year-old in your 3rd grade class. He's just fucking wreaking havoc, punching people for no reason, like straight up, just punching you in the face. He's like, oh, I can't do shit.
Nah,
You know?
nah, dude, that shit's crazy.
Alright.
That shit's
But we're over now. We're deep now.
good.
We have to go into acapellas, man. This fucker already looks nervous.
I shit my
'Cause
pants.
this
dog.
fucker like
This is
completely choked the last.
this
time.
is 0-1 right now. I'm
This guy
0-1.
choked the last time.
Yeah,
I tell you, written or fucking off the top. It doesn't have to be off the top, asshole.
yeah, that's true.
Because
Word.
when he's the podcast that he was talking about that he was on,
Yeah,
like
Tell him.
I had to cut his part out.
that's good. That's good. That's my boy though.
But it sucks
He did
though
that
because
'cause
you're
he
like
loves me.
one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Straight.
So written off the top, we need who's going first.
My boy Stan Z right here.
Shit, I guess. I
That
guess
doesn't
so.
look good for you.
Fuck it.
Nah,
Alrighty.
dude. Listen to this motherfucker.
All right, let me
Written
think
off
of
the
some
top.
shit.
It doesn't matter. It's your
Top.
best. Whatever your best is. Whatever the fuck you want the people to hear.
All right, let me just say it like it's very circular. Mm.
Shit.
Slow down when I burn fast through the reef. I got big gas. Big gas, yeah, stink kept me up through all them long nights. You was on my mind like I'm trying to get the song right. And I hear a beep up on my celly phone. It's a payday, yeah, I'm way up. Never crash out like Mayday, yeah, it's true. Never gave 2 fucks about whatever they say, yeah, we get that. Homie, get back, get back.
That's
Round one still.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fucking homie Stan
You
right
didn't pull up
there.
the verses on your phone.
I'm like looking. I'm like looking right now.
You don't
So let me tell you
off the
something.
top, right?
Hey, say that.
Let me pull
Yo,
it back.
check.
Say that new
Check.
track, bro.
Let me tell you back.
This guy handles the liquor as well.
I feel like Tony when he read that blimp. The future's evident. Manifest the exodus. Despite my relevance and understanding, I'll be up in space until I make my landing. Can't save the planet. The terror blackened. Wherever I do, I hold it fastened. Catch me on my buckle, you know we knuckled up. If you see me down, then I'm chuckled up. Funny, funny with your sound. Everywhere I go, I get some pounds. See me with sweet Jesus, we get the pieces.
Yeah.
Me and Stan Z, we catch the peas. No pounds, just quarter pounders. From me, you know. On the fucking dollar menu, I see.
Hey.
Jeez, I gotta pee.
Hey.
Shout out to me. You got it free.
Hey.
Mentality. I'll always be.
If you were to like that shit was dope. I liked it. Just give your thank yous, your shout outs,
Hey.
any plugs,
Cool.
social media shit. But while you do that, both of you, we'll take a piss.
Yeah. Hey, big shout
We're
out.
gonna do more freestyles. We're gonna do more freestyles.
Get ready, motherfucker. That's the bonus shit.
Fuck yeah.
Get ready, motherfucker. Get your written shit together.
Hey, big shout out to Sweet Jesus on this shit, yo.
Yes, sir.
This shit's dope. It's a blessing to come here, yo. I go by the name of Stan Z. Follow me on Instagram, Stan Z Prod, Spotify, Stan Z, iTunes, Stan Z, all that shit, you know, Facebook, Stan Z. Just check it out, yo.
Yo, first off, I just want to say, Sweet Jesus Radio, the worst fucking radio podcast I've ever been a part of.
Dog. I can't believe this. Can't believe I'm sitting here right now. I'm just like, shit,
Hey, no, shut up. Like, my boy Jesus right here. I've known this dude for like a minute. It was my birthday yesterday, but I've known this dude like, 4 years plus. Like it's been pretty nice. You know what I mean? I look up to this motherfucker like you wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean? So it's pretty tight to see what he's got going on. But I do want to give my shout outs to all my fucking family first and foremost. That's fucking Resin Nation. That's first and foremost right there. I got my boys. That's everyone you already know. That's like Stan Z. That's my boy Gus Houses. That's Boom Cat. That's my motherfucking boys. You know what I mean? That's everybody. That's Jay Lean and Alfredo. You know what I mean? We going hard for this. 2020. That's the vision. No matter what, we're going hard. At that point, I do want to just let it know that anybody who's ever showed me love, you know what I mean, who's ever given me dap after a show, after a Stan Z show, you are a part of my like legacy here, growing and expanding. This shit is everlasting. The thoughts that have been given to me, I'm gonna give that shit triple back to you. You know what I mean?
This is back from the pee break.
That's the Idea1
do
episode.
the plugs, the social media shit. Did you already do it when I was going?
Yeah, we threw some shit on there. I'd just like to say shout out to everyone who's been rocking with me since like high school, everyone who continues to rock with me. I know we've been on some ups and downs and shit, but yo, I'm here for you. If y'all are here for me, like we about to kill shit with this album.
2020.
2020. Hell yeah. Sweet Jesus Radio, again, shouts to the listeners. That's my main fucking shout out. Of course, keep following, keep spreading the word. With that said, thank you to my guests here, Chris and Stan. And with that said, this is Sweet Jesus Radio. Thank you for playing.
Sweet Jesus Radio.